Hi, happy 4th of July. Making a card today. This is a little picture of it. This little girl comes from a set from Woodware stamps, and I decided to put a sketch together using the stamp in mind, and also another set that has some little banners, nautical banners. This is one of the sets that I just selected the nautical flags right there, and again, it's by Woodware USA. And the little girl with the daisy or whatever kind of flower that is, that's the one I use. Also using a little template here for my circle. I found it at Joann's. It's great for making straight stitch lines too and curves. My ribbon from Ribbons and Bows Oh My, and some zip dry. As you can see, all my Copics in the background. I love Memento ink, so I use that as well. My clear acrylic block and the flag stamps attached. And some Karen Foster Scrappers floss. And some Basil red cardstock. That is Doodlebug cardstock for the USA. And that's from the Target Dollar Spot. Great 4th of July pattern paper. And now I'm going to take that little template and trace around it to make a curved edge to mimic the design in my sketch. Cut it out with my Kai scissors. And attach it, but I'll need to trim it a little bit up at the top. Decided I needed to put a little bit of white border in the background just to make that curve show up a little bit more. So I'm tracing the edge with that. Got it on the paper, erase it a little bit, and just trim it down. And this will be a little bit too wide, so I'll have to trim it again. All right, so there, I'm going to glue it down for the first step. After I make sure it's all lined up so that the edge is nice and even. That is, the curved edge is nice and even. Using that zip dry, it's amazing stuff. It smells kind of like rubber cement, but it's acid free and archival safe. Really good stuff. And I'm just going to trim it down. Right, like that. Now I'm going to glue it down to the pattern paper so I can trim off the edge a little bit. All right, so there it is. And now my next step is to just apply the ribbon to see how it looks. And then I decided I would stitch around the edge with my sewing machine. So you'll see that a little bit right there. But stitching would look nice with white thread. So this is the image. I colored her with my Copics, cut her out, cut the daisy or the Black-Eyed Susan or whatever that was out, and applied the little paper flag on the back of her hand with some zip dry. Put some pop dots on the back right there so that it'd be have a little bit more dimension. Okay, now I'm moving on to the flags. I colored the flags, as you can see, on the edge there, and I'm going to attach some of that Karen Foster Scrappers floss along that curved edge, and I'll use a little bit of my zip dry to attach it so it doesn't come off and so it maintains that curve. And you only need just a little teeny bit. You don't need very much. And of course, it's a little rubbery, so you have to hold it down for a few seconds until it gets the tack and sticks. But it's really good stuff. All right. Just adding a little bit more to the edges. And I'll just turn that around the back side after I'm done and tape it with double stick tape. And now I'm going to cut out the flags and attach them in a pattern. Those aren't any color combinations that are specific to those kinds of flags. I just colored them based on the pattern paper and my theme. So added a little yellow to just make it pop a little bit. And as you can see, I've sped up the video quite a bit so that I could show you all of the creation of the card. But he skipped over a little bit of the cutting because that's monotonous. So just aligning them before I glue them down. Applying a little zip dry, a little dot to each one, and laying it right on the top of the floss. And I just put a little bit of glue on the back side of that because the edge wasn't stuck, so that's why you saw me flip it over. Okay, so I'm just holding it down a little bit so it can stick. Arranging them a little bit, make sure everything is spaced out the way I like it. Now I'll tape the back side, my double stick tape. And ready to apply the ribbon. Oops. One little one I wanted to attach a little better. That's where she'll go. But changed my mind and thought I needed to attach the ribbon next before I put her on. Looked cute at an angle, but I'm following my sketch, which said to go straight up and down. And there it is. Take the paper off of them. Ready to stick down. Trying to line up her feet so she's nice and straight, and there she is, the finished product. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful 4th of July.